I've burned my own house down. The torch is in my hand. Now I'll burn the house of anyone who wants to follow me. Kabir. Kabir has inspired millions with his poetry. A controversial figure, he is claimed by Muslims, Hindus, and Sikhs alike. Raised among Muslim textile weavers in a poor district of the holy city Varanasi, Kabir was illiterate, and as such he composed his poetry orally. Kabir's emotional, unapologetic love of Ram has attracted many of his readers and listeners to Hinduism's bhakti path of devotion. Kabir lived in 15th century northern India and is often referred to as a mystical poet or simply a mystic. So influential are Kabir's poems that his verses were incorporated into the Adi Granth, the early scripture of Sikhism, compiled by the 5th Sikh Guru in 1604. Guru Nanak, who founded Sikhism in the 15th century, is believed to have been heavily influenced by Kabir's philosophy. This is the big fight, King Ram. Let anyone settle it who can. Is Brahma bigger or where he came from? Is the Veda bigger or where it was born from? Is the mind bigger or what it believes in? Is Ram bigger or the knower of Ram? Kabir turns round, it's hard to see. Is the holy place bigger or the devotee? Kabir is sometimes referred to as a fakiri. A fakiri follows both paths, in this case Islam and Hinduism. At least, that is how some tell the legend of Kabir. In mystical usage, the word fakir refers to man's spiritual need for God, who alone is self-sufficient. The Cambridge English Dictionary defines fakir as, quote, a member of an Islamic religious group or a holy man. The various birth tales, myths, conceptions, and claims about Kabir, and the many interpretations of his poems, show that he is something of an enigma. A controversial figure for many reasons, people from several different religions believe him to be a type of saint, or at least in direct contact with God. Though some Muslims do claim Kabir was Muslim, others do not, on the grounds that he did not practice Islam. Namely, he did not profess belief that Muhammad is the messenger of God, did not engage in salat, daily Muslim prayer, did not fast, pay alms or zakat, and did not practice pilgrimage. Kabir is widely believed to have become one of the many disciples of Ramananda, a 14th century devotional poet-saint and the founder of Ramanandi Sampradaya, the largest monastic Hindu renunciate community in modern times. Ramananda's monist Advaita philosophy teaching that God is inside every person, everything, does seem to present itself repeatedly in Kabir's poems. However, others declare that Kabir followed many paths, and to present him as just a disciple of one guru is disingenuous. Dr. Kapil Tiwari, folklorist and former director of Adivasi Lokala Academy, a cultural institution established by the government of Madhya Pradesh, says that Kabir was drawing from the Sufis, from Islam, the Upanishads, the Vaishnavas, the Yogis, the Kapaliks, and even Tantrics. He says that Kabir is often projected merely as a Vaishnav Hindu, and that his truth is being limited by this foul play. It has been said that the whole of Indian philosophy is reflected in the simple manipulation of the warp and weft of the loom. From the world of the weaver come words like sutra, thread, ganth, knot, or tantra, weaving. Kabir grew up working at a loom from a very young age, and this experience lent his poetry a certain grounded sensibility which has endeared him to the hearts of readers the world over, especially the poor and downtrodden of India's lower castes. Friend, hope for the guest while you are alive. Jump into experience while you are alive. Think and think while you are alive. What you call salvation belongs to the time before death. If you don't break your ropes while you're alive, do you think ghosts will do it after? The idea that the soul will join with the ecstatic just because the body is rotten, that is all fantasy. What is found now is found then. If you find nothing now, you will simply end up with an apartment in the city of death. If you make love with the divine now, in the next life you will have the face of satisfied desire. So plunge into the truth. Find out who the teacher is. Believe in the great sound. Kabir says this: when the guest is being searched for, it is the intensity of the longing for the guest that does all the work. Look at me, and you will see a slave of that intensity. Ecstatic and trance-like, modern performances of Kabir's poetry are often set to music, with audiences embodying the pure bliss that Kabir speaks of so reverently. According to Linda Hess of Stanford University's Department of Religious Studies, quote, some modern commentators have tried to present Kabir as a synthesizer of Hinduism and Islam, but the picture is a false one. While drawing on various traditions as he saw fit, Kabir emphatically declared his independence from both the major religions of his countrymen and vigorously attacked the follies of both. Many scholars interpret Kabir's philosophy to be questioning the need for religion rather than attempting to propose a Hindu-Muslim unity or an independent synthesis of a new religious tradition. Kabir rejected the hypocrisy and misguided rituals evident in various religious practices of his day, including those in Islam and Hinduism. Today, there are 2 temples dedicated to Kabir located in Benares. One of them is maintained by Hindus, while the other by Muslims. Both temples practice similar forms of worship, and his songs are sung daily. Other rituals are performed, such as arti and distributing prasad, in a similar manner to other Hindu temples. The followers of Kabir are vegetarians and abstain from alcohol. I have attained the eternal bliss. There is no time for sorrow or pain, for now I enjoy singing his glory. The tree of his pleasure has neither root nor seed, as revealed by the grace of the true Guru. Now there is effulgence of 1,000,000 suns. My swan has dipped in the lake of his knowledge. Says Kabir, listen, O wise brother. Now comings and goings have come to an end.
मारो राम दे मई बादल का बट के